What's up, guys? It's Tim Avon from Console to Keys, and today we are having a console gamer build a gaming PC. Now, I'm the console gamer. I have never built or played any PC games, but I've been a lifelong console gamer, and I'm going to take you with me today in this video and try and build this thing and hope that it works. And if it does work, we'll put in some benchmarks and see how it runs. All right, let's get started.
Okay. Welcome to it, everybody. I run, a little bit of background, a music YouTube channel. A little bit of followers over there, Tim Avon Music. If you've seen it and you're coming over from over there, what's up? But I keep things fairly low production quality because I'm a musician, not a guitar player. But I love gaming, and I want to make a YouTube channel on this side of things. So, super not professional. I'm going to try and show you guys every bit of this build, and I think it keeps it authentic to the fact that I really don't know what I'm doing. I've watched countless videos, and this might be fun for any other first-time PC builder people to watch me maybe struggle through it. I know tons of you that are watching this have probably done the same thing and are probably well farther along in it than I am now. Real quick, I'm going to walk you through the parts.
Okay, super high production value. We are in my kitchen, right? No fancy studio. This is the real deal. So, here's an overview. Now, feel free, roast me. These things are hotly debated topics. I used ChatGPT and as many videos as I could find online to try and make sure everything works together. I don't really know. Here's the main components. 5070 Ti. You're right, all these people saying the 50 series, this and that. You know, I'm not upgrading. This is just the first one I've ever bought. I got it for $839. So I know that's a little over MSRP, this and that. That's what was available. I bought it. I have an 850 power watt supply because the internet told me this would be future proof and hopefully works. Really no reason why. Now this Ryzen 9 7900X. Now, I ended up going with this based on, I think it's that PC-centric dude. But I did it because I'm going to be using this for, like I said, I run a different YouTube channel. I do a lot of video editing, and my basic knowledge is that the extra cores in this versus the X3D stuff might help me more in that stuff, and it should still be fine in games. Like, is this all going to be the best thing ever? Maybe not, but I think it's going to work. Also, we're upgrading the monitor at a later date. So right now I am building a 5070 Ti system for a 1080p monitor. Come around Christmas time, we're going to upgrade to a 4K monitor. But I got this MSI Mag Tomahawk. This, right? We have the black sticks of this RAM. I have a 2 terabyte Gen 4, it's not Gen 5. And then with this black sticks of RAM, they give me a free 1 terabyte Gen 4 SSD. So I'm gonna put that in an extra slot and probably use that for like video storage and stuff, but this is gonna be the main one. And those are the ports. Now, then on top of that, I already took the side off. Look, I'm building this in my kitchen. You guys are really along for the home built ride. Okay, I think I'm gonna get this right. This is the Phanteks Ultra. I don't know. It wasn't that crazy expensive. And I said, you know what? It looks cool. I know there's ones that are way cooler, but it seemed like it was going to be compatible with all my stuff. So that's what we went with.
Okay, so there's all the parts. I'm going to try and document this as best I can. I'm filming this alone. And then it's probably not going to be tonight because it's late. I'm starting this build late. But once we do get it up and working, at the end of this video, we're going to have some, somehow I'm going to record the gameplay, put the FPS up. We're going to do all the stuff that all those super pro channels do that I have no idea how to do. But we're going to figure out along the way. So if you guys like this stuff, help me out. Hit the subscribe off the bat. Look, in the comments, you can roast me for the gear choices. This isn't quite like the music side of stuff that I come from. I think your choices on what you pick are a lot hotter, more hotly contested in this area, but be nice to me. Hopefully gonna work, and right now it should run all the games because I only have a 1080p monitor. All right, let's get into the build. I'm gonna deconstruct this case.
Okay, that was pretty easy, I think. This comes with, I have a ton of zip ties from all my music gear, but a bunch of screws. I guess those are motherboard things. We're gonna figure out. Manual, probably looking for that. Pop the front off. Here's the case, so it has 4 fans. I don't know what the quality of these are, but you know what, you guys, I bet it's gonna work. Some cables, took the glass off, so I think that's fully deconstructed. Oh, I do believe up here, a little dust mat, okay. And I think there's a dust catch on the bottom, if I'm right. Yeah, okay. Okay, now the cooler I got, which actually I think is the only thing I didn't go over. Now, there's a long story with this on shipping. This wasn't the one I ordered, this and that. This is the last piece I needed. The stuff wasn't going to be here for more than another week, and for $10 more, I could just go buy this at Best Buy. So I bought this. I'm sure y'all have seen this. This seems like a pretty basic one, but this, sadly, from what I understand, is not already mounted. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is mount those fans on there, get that out of the way, and then we're going to start with the actual build. So this one I just got for Best Buy. I was looking forward to the other ones are already mounted, the fans, I guess. This is not. I've seen so many videos of this stuff online. All right, so let's use this time. Let's have a little bit of fun. I imagine there's some people that clicked on this video that thought, oh, this will be fun to watch a noob try and figure out how to do this, which is the point of it. But I want y'all to tell me, because I bet there's a lot of people that have built a lot of PCs that are watching this. I'm speaking like it's my music channel, like it's gonna get any views off the bat, but, you know, which if you're interested in guitar, I am a guitar player in Nashville, Tennessee. I play in a band called Lanco, and I have a whole YouTube dedicated to that and what life's like doing that. But I want to hear about your first PC build, and I want to hear some of the horror stories, all right? Thankfully, I won't read them till after this video's up, and by the time this video's up, that means the PC's working. But, I'd love to get in some comments. Have some fun in there, you guys. The whole goal I want of this channel, because I'm going to post a lot of stuff. I've been in the gaming space forever. Watching it, always playing on console. I've been gaming longer than I've played guitar. Guitar is my career. You know, it's what I do for work. And I wanted so long, and I finally was like, you know what? I'm a classic, huge Battlefield fan. Battlefield's coming out. And I was like, dude, I'm going to build this for that. It's going to be easier to edit my YouTube videos because my current MacBook does not like doing it in 4K. And yeah, I just want to throw my hat in the ring, try and give the same thing I do on my YouTube, an authentic look at a not super pro, because a lot of people on here that I'm watching to figure out this too are super pros. Okay. So some of y'all might roast me because I did not buy thermal paste. So we're going to use that thermal paste. Tell me how bad of a decision that is. How much am I cooking my build? Okay, now I'm going to time-lapse some. Let's see if we can figure out how to get these fans in. I stopped filming because I checked, I think, to make sure that this was going to fit in there. And it almost didn't, but I think it will. And I think it's okay if these are just gently resting on this. Tell me if I'm wrong, and I might build the worst PC of all time. But, okay, let's get the motherboard out. Motherboard is out. No idea what I'm doing. How many times am I going to say that in this video? Okay, from the video I'm following, we're going to do the CPU first. Okay, now we're gonna do the RAM. Shout out to PC Centric. I'm sure plenty of people watch them. Dude, there's a billion PC channels. And it would be dumb for me to try and say, oh, I'm gonna start a thing if it wasn't for the same reason I started a music channel. Trying to appeal to more the common normal person, not this studio that I'm building this in, that I've done this 1,000 times. I think this is interesting. And I might not have a nice studio, but I do have some solid YouTube experience on my other channel. So I'm following one of his videos. It says this is next. This was on sale. I can't remember how much it was, but it wasn't that much.
And yes, I could have saved money and not gotten the RGB thing. Okay, so from what I understand, we're putting in slots 2 and 4. And from what I also understand, the first thing I need to do is make sure these are running at their speed, because apparently they don't. Let's set the other one in there, then we'll click them in, huh? You guys want to know something funny? I don't have a USB drive. I have a whole hard drive, and I don't know that I can do this with a whole hard drive. So it is 10:48, and I currently have an Instacart order coming with a USB drive from Walgreens, because apparently I'm going to need that to boot Windows. I thought there'd be one laying around. There's not. Okay. Let's see some. Okay. There it is. 1 click. 2 clicks. All right, the RAM's in. Okay, we're back at it. I've taken off this thing. I'm gonna remove this. I know these aren't the best angles in the world, but you guys work with me. Work with me. Okay, I have 2 of these. And the video I'm watching does not account for 2, but from what I understand, this can hold 4. So we're gonna do this main one first. This is just a 2 terabyte. How much force am I putting on? This is the question. Special built little piece that'll just. Oh, does this have like a? Is this like a quick release thing? Let me see. Oh, it is. Okay, I think this board has a nice little, like, I don't actually have to screw anything. I just press it, and then there we go. Okay, that's kind of nice. And then how did this go back on? I think this did something like. Oh, is it that easy? Okay, this stuff's easy, dude. I'm just kidding. Watch, it's not gonna work. Why is it making that noise? Does this screw not want to come out? The noise doesn't sound great, does it? PC noob, break his motherboard off the bat. That'd probably get some views, right? I guess this thing probably has a manual, doesn't it? That feels like I'm breaking it, though. Oh, Lord, how do people figure this out? Episode 2, my PC melted, and I spent a lot of money on this. It's funny because this video is going to be probably the most work out of any video on this channel. And it's probably going to get the least amount of views. But hey, if you're watching this at this point, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me. Help me out. I'm going to be posting a bunch of gameplay stuff. Like I said, I'm a huge Battlefield fan. So going to be Battlefield. And I'll just go ahead and plug it. My music YouTube, not crazy, but a little more successful than maybe what, 15.2k subscribers over there. So if you're into music and guitar, come follow me over there. That is definitely my main thing, but this is a fun side project. Okay, we've got this, so we're ready to move on to whatever the next step is. Okay, we have the case laid over. I've got everything in the motherboard. I didn't film it. Oops, sorry. But I did get these little standoff type of screws or whatever these are for the cooler setup. I also had to look up a separate video and make sure we got this wired correctly, which I believe we do. This part's gonna flip around to the back. This will come up to the front, and then we'll put that on. I also learned about how to get, where's that bracket? This on it, which is really simple, but I did need to look that up. So my flash drive should be here any minute, so we'll be able to put Windows on it and stuff. But we're at the point where now I have this up, and I am going to screw in these screws. So let's do a little time lapse. Okay, look you guys, we are doing it. Kind of looks like a PC. So I've got this secured in here. I've got the top look. I feel like I almost felt like I didn't have enough clearance, but I was able to get it up and in there. Little hoses kind of stick out. Do people do stuff where I don't want to like block any of this flowage, so maybe that's part of it and it just sticks out. But we got enough room. I plugged some stuff in. I think I'm correct. I think I got the audio. I think we have the front panel. I think this is RGB for the fans.
USB something, USB-C. These obviously are coming off of here, which I gotta try and route back. Oh, space is tight up there. We're gonna try and maybe route these up, and I'm not sure where they go yet, but we'll figure that out. But we are making our way. Look at it. It's getting close. Closer. Okay, I have plugged. You guys, there's so much stuff to plug in, and there's a couple things that seem like they are extra leads for the fans that don't get plugged in, because it would be for daisy chaining more. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna find out if I'm wrong. But I think we are doing this correct. I think so. I hope those are mounted right in the correct direction. It seems like they are. Intake, that goes up into that. This goes out. Now, cable management. This is, this is my first try. Now, instantly what I don't love about this cooler is these two little cables can't seem to get away from those running across the motherboard. That's about as clean as I think I'm gonna get it. So now is time for the graphics card. So I'm not really gonna be able to film and put this in at the same time, but we will check back and see if I get this in successfully. Oh my gosh, I think I'm doing it. Look at that. Look at that. So we got the 5070 Ti. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. I thought the fans would go on the top. Maybe not. It sucks it in and then that air blows up across this, or I thought it got dissipated here, but anyways, we have it in. Now we gotta hook up obviously some more power stuff. So I did learn this is the HDMI I'm supposed to plug it into. Maybe certain motherboards can do that. Let's start getting the power supply going. Here it is. It is now 1:30, and I'm still going. I'm up. I'm having a fun. Not as hard as I anticipated, but there was some points that we're a little worried. I think we have everything plugged in now. It's not cable managed really at all. Obviously the front part here, this is the most annoying to me. Like I said earlier, those little ones, but I think I have everything plugged in. I went through and checked the connections. Everything feels tight. We are going to plug it in and see if it works. Okay, friends, in true Tim Avon fashion, we are down here on the ground in my little studio. Obviously, as you can tell, music is my main thing, not these computers, but HDMI plugged in. I went through great lengths to get Windows on this because I only have a Mac, but then I realized I have a Legion Go. So we were able to do that. So I'm going to plug this in. Okay. I don't know which of these is on or off, so let's see if it does anything. No freaking way. No way. Now, this doesn't mean it all works, but first try. You guys, how did I do this? And there it goes on the screen, or at least it's detected something. And it is ramping up right now. In fact, it's quite loud. Well, look at this. What is up? We are back with the first bit of gameplay. So, we're sitting at about 2 weeks later. I finally got the PC up and working, and man, it did take a little bit of time. Installing Windows, I had to wipe Windows one time. I'm not sure why I got locked out. It was a whole thing, but I hoped you guys enjoyed that build video. Man, I went back and was watching it. I thought it was kind of cool. I tried to make it a little humorous at points, but now we're going to play one game of the finals. I'm going to hop into not practice range. Whoops, let's cancel that. Into a quick play and just pull up the frame rate, run it. We are recording, but man, things have been running pretty good. So, brand new to PC gaming, I'll say now I've had 2 weeks to kind of practice on mouse and keyboard. Still getting used to it. I mean, it's very different, right? It's just going from controller, and this is what sucks too. So a game like the finals, I've played the finals a lot. Going from controller to mouse and keyboard, it's like all of a sudden I'm worse at a game than I was, which feels very annoying. But, we're doing our best. So I'm going to take it in. There should be at least the little built-in FPS counter up at the top. Oh, and I've joined one already going. Let's actually use the P90. Oh, wow. Okay, we're really right into the action, huh? All right, so
Getting pretty good FPS off the bat. I wish I did not join right in the action. Man, getting used to mouse and keyboard is tough, but here's going to be the first little taste of gameplay. I do love the finals. I just like... It's so tough going from being good to like I suck, but I really want to learn mouse and keyboard, and I'm feeling pretty good. It's my tracking and moving while I shoot. That's been my biggest problem I've noticed. Tell me if you guys have noticed this at all. Moving around while I'm shooting instead of, look, see right there, I just stood completely still. Now, I put myself in a bad situation in general there. But, still, the close-up tracking, it's like, so it's easier to aim on mouse and keyboard, right? But it's also, when you're close, you don't realize how much aim assist does for you. It does so much. So, I've been dealing with, like, trying to figure that out and get used to it. I've also been playing a lot of Arena Breakout, which is awesome, but it is a much slower paced game than this. You're not like shooting as much, which is kind of nice, but also to prep for Battlefield, I want to be in here like playing. Really trying to dial in my shots some. Oh, no, man. Look at that, I didn't even move. So I apologize. You guys are going to sit and watch through some shitty gameplay, but the point here is like keeping in mind and thinking, okay, I'm trying to figure out mouse and keyboard. What tips do you have? What tricks? I've got reload mapped to one of the mouse buttons, which is awesome. Like on console, you really don't remap buttons a ton. So the fact that that's even a thing on PC, I think is pretty cool. And the setup's only going to get better, guys. My voice is a little not the best thing. You should see my microphone setup. It's pretty whack. But, look, it's only going to get better, right? Whoops. Oh, sick, dude. Alright, let's see if we can get up. We're not going to get this back. And I shouldn't be pushing this all by myself.
This is exactly what the high notes needed. They've pocketed our first cash out.
They're composing a symphony of skill out there.
Okay. See, it's just my tracking right there. Like, I could get a couple shots off, but then some shit like this happens. Please tell me he pushed. Can I? No, there's no thing there. I'm not even by my team. Honestly, this is a really bad spot. I'm over here just fighting alone. Alright, let's see if we can regroup. We're head over our ass a little bit, unless these guys are going to hunt me down. How is it? I thought he was lower health than that. I don't know if he got a quick heal off on them somehow. Also don't even know what my melee button is in this, to be honest. I don't want to shoot it. I will shoot at this guy. My accuracy, man. It's just tough. Mouse and keyboard. Had any of you guys come from, like, freaking controller to mouse and keyboard? Because, like, there, yeah, I got it down. I didn't... Oh, sprint. No. Oh, shit. I know I'm fucking cooked. Oh, I'm super cooked. How am I alive? No fucking... Yeah, dude, there was no world I was about to get out of that. No world. Hey, it's okay, though. First one up. I've been really excited to make this video, and I gotta say it again. For any of you that have watched it to this point, please write a comment. Something. I know I've done the YouTube grind once, and I'm still doing it, but at the very beginning... The very beginning can be really... discouraging because just nobody watches your stuff. So if somehow you're one of the few people that have made it all the way to this point in the video, I'd love to hear from you, man. I really would. I'm excited about making these. I'm going to be putting them out. I'm going to be doing all types of stuff. And I love starting with that kind of build, me actually on the screen, real life kind of thing. I think it makes it a little more personable. You get to see who I am. I think that's cool. Oh shit, I didn't know he was one shot. Get a nade. Going to 1, 2, 3, and 4 has definitely been one of the hardest mouse and key things for me. Oh shit. See, there I just stood there. I just stood there, man. Alright, come on.
Fantastic steal by the Steam.
Okay, at least if they get it, the game will go on for a little bit since I joined completely. 2, no, I wanted a nade. Will that bounce down into it the way I want it to? Kinda. Oh, I didn't even see this guy. Oh, man.
Yet, viewers?
Guys, I promise I am actually not bad at some games, but now we're learning on this, and I do suck. So, hopefully, on Battlefield, I played the beta, ripping at least a little bit better than your average player. On controller. I could always go back to controller on here, but I really want to learn mouse and keyboard. And I've been getting better, but... Alright, this would be awesome if we could even just... If we could pull off a win here, that would be great.
The high note
I'm not gonna lie, I already recorded this video once, and the audio is messed up, which is part of doing this, I guess, especially your first time, like just figuring out what those settings are you need and how to have it set, but... So this is the second time, and I won the first quick play match. It sucked it. It's not like I did anything crazy in it, but... That's not the point, we're out here hanging, you know? Part of the community. Who's shooting back there? What is that? Oh, dude, I barely missed the tracking on him. It's so frustrating. Tell you what, auto aim would have just carried me right on his head, would it not? And that guy wrecked us.
The steamrollers will need to
Okay.
try again. Team
I gotta spawn, get my head in the game, really try and block this one. Oh, well, unless he's gonna die. Alright. Oh, he just got so lucky. Oh, and he blows himself up.
You won't want to miss a second.
Oh, it's tough. That's tough.
great steal.
That was unexpected.
Alright. Let's see if we can do it, you guys. Let's see if we can get this back. I'd love to, dude.
Special delivery.
Oh. See that terrible tracking, though? That's the most annoying part right now. When I'm close. And the finals, I think, is probably a great game to practice with. Because, there is a lot happening. It's very chaotic. People are up close and moving around, so I feel like it's good to practice the tracking, but I guess that's the name of the game, right? It's how you end up being good at these, but... Yeah.
The socialites have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back.
Who's ready to roll? Looks like the steamrollers could be in for a bumpy ride.
Okay, I will say though, check this out. I'll show my settings afterwards because I realized I did not show that at the beginning. No way I was about to be, I was gonna be upset. Okay, there it is, you guys. Check the FPS at the top. I mean, we're holding pretty strong. I think I have everything set to epic. Let's hop into the settings now real quick, and then we'll end this video. So, check this out. If you've enjoyed this build, watching me come into this new space that is the gaming side of YouTube and PC and stuff, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. I'm so excited to be posting stuff on this side of things. I love gaming. Even if you can't tell because I just played like garbage. Let's check our settings real quick. I'll just show you what we're at. We do have some DLSS on. It's quality. Everything. And we're getting good stuff. Now we're at 1080. So, honestly, that's expected. Alright, you guys. Until next time, peace.